Hi Sheila, this is your simplifying rational expressions assignment, and the key to doing this of course is the factoring, and you did that very well with most of the questions. Let me just quickly review some of the ones that you had difficulty with. Starting with E, you said it's non-permissible. Yeah. What you still have to do with these questions is factor. You have to factor and then cancel out your common terms between your numerator and your denominator. So with the numerator, you can factor out a common factor of 3. And once you factor that out, you're left with x squared minus 4. So that will leave you a 3 times x minus 2 and x plus 2, because you should recognize that it is a difference of squares. And our denominator is just a basic trinomial. So we should look for two numbers and multiply together to give us 4 and add together to give us negative 4. So that'd be minus 2 and minus 2. And of course now we can just cancel our common terms, and we do that just by canceling them, and our answer is just what's left, 3 times x plus 2 over x minus 2. Looking at the last three questions, in G you started canceling the 7 with the 14 and the 7 with this 14. We're not allowed to do that. We can only cancel factors, which means we have to factor what we have first. So 7x squared minus 7, we factor out the common factor of 7. Then we're left with x squared minus 1, which will give us x minus 1x plus 1. In our denominator, we factor out the common factor of 14, and that will leave us with x minus 1. So our x minus 1s will cancel, our 7s will cancel, and we'll be left with what is left. In H, again, factor, factor, factor. There's a common factor of 3 in the first one, common factor of 3 in the second one. So the 3's come out, then we can cancel our 3's, and we'll be left with x plus 4 over x minus 4. That's it. And the last question, and I'm quite impressed with how you have factored these ones. I know you did some further up, like question D. So those are more difficult trinomials to factor. Looking at this question, when you factored this one, you have x, this should have been an x plus 5, and you had a minus 5. But of course, your 2x plus 7 and your 2x plus 7 will cancel, and all you're left is x minus 3 times x plus 5. So great job on most of them, and watch the little things. We always factor first. Overall, still a good job.